Hello dearest readers and subscribers. 2 weeks ago we discussed 10 leading contemporary landscape painters, and in today's video we're going to have a look at another genre, portrait painting. The decorum of portrait painting is of course rooted in the iconic works by historical masters. Think of Van Eyck, Da Vinci, Rembrandt or Vincent van Gogh. Yet in contrast to some other historical genres, for instance landscape painting, portraiture has remained a pertinent genre throughout the 20th century and up to this very day, despite losing its traditional role of depicting people due to the advent of photography. Through the artist's hand, portrait painting reveals something beyond the sitter's physical characteristics, offering insight into their identity, inner world, or the human experience in general. As a result, in this video we're going to highlight 10 established masters leading portraiture in the 21st century. In doing so, we have also opted to exclude some iconic figures that we see over and over again in these top lists when it comes to portrait painting. Think of Gerhard Richter, David Hockney, Lucian Freud, Alice Neel, Alex Katz or Chuck Close. Their legacies endure, yet their achievements and relevance lie predominantly in the second half of the 20th century. And for this list, we have opted to select artists with both feet in the 21st century. That being said, let's get started.
We start with Michael Boremans, born in 1963 in Geraardsbergen, Belgium, who resides and works in Ghent. Boremans is an internationally acclaimed artist known for his innovative approach to painting, combining technical precision reminiscent of Old Master painting with complex subject matter that resists straightforward interpretation, often addressing universal themes with a contemporary edge. Boremans' paintings evoke a sense of introspection and silence, blending beauty with elements of discomfort or irritation to create images that linger with the viewer. The portrait is an utmost important genre within his oeuvre, exemplified by his latest exhibitions at David Zwirner, The Acrobat and The Monkey. His enigmatic portraiture explores the complex relationship between surface, artifice, and his subject's psychological depth. Boremans' portraits both honor and subvert the genre's historical traditions, often placing his figures in meticulously staged yet unsettling scenes. Kay Donachie, born in 1970 in Glasgow and residing and working in London, is a contemporary painter best known for her dreamlike paintings, exploring the intersection between outer appearance and inner experience. Although her works are often rooted in reality, they evoke fleeting thoughts and emotions rather than portraying a specific individual or moment in time. Drawing inspiration from archival photographs and the art and writings of 20th century Mormon modernists, Donachie refers to her paintings as ciphers of ideas and emotions. Her portraits are not literal representations of the figures they depict. Instead, she reclaims these figures as her own, constructing them through a combination of compositional studies, color alterations, and personal interpretation. Marlene Dumas, born in 1953 in Cape Town, South Africa, residing and working in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, is widely regarded as one of the most influential contemporary painters. Over the past 4 decades, her work has consistently explored the complexities of identity and representation, often focusing on the human form and thus the portrait in particular. Drawing from a vast archive of images including art historical references, mass media and personal photographs, Dumas creates paintings and drawings that are gestural, fluid and often spectral. Her works reframe and recontextualize her subjects, probing the shifting boundaries between public and private identities. As a result, Dumas portrays the living, the dead, newborns or the old, celebrities, criminals or the unknown, her friends, her family or herself. YZ Kami, born in 1956 in Tehran, Iran, residing and working in New York, is an artist known for his exploration of the tension between material and spiritual realms, as well as the interplay between external appearance and inner life. Kami creates contemplative portraits and abstract works that engage with themes of identity, presence and transcendence. His large-scale portraits, rendered in matte oil paint on linen, are based on his own photographs and depict family, friends and strangers. These meditative images, often featuring figures with their eyes closed or downcast, evoke a sense of intimacy and timelessness, drawing parallels to Byzantine frescoes and Fayum funerary portraits. Born in 1960 in Shanghai, China, residing and working in Dijon, France, Jan Pimling is internationally renowned for his expressive portraits, which feature a wide array of subjects, from prominent figures like Mao Zedong, Bruce Lee and Barack Obama, to deeply personal depictions of his family and self-portraits. The artist is also known for his reinterpretations of historical events and iconic works from art history. Central to his practice is an exploration of power and status, as seen through the lens of traditional European portraiture, yet drawing on his Chinese cultural heritage. His artistic approach is characterized by his use of monochrome palettes, primarily in black and white or red and white, which sharpens the focus on his subjects and compositions. In recent years, his palette has expanded to include a broader range of colors, such as blue and green, while his distinctive, energetic brushstrokes lend his works a near-abstract quality when viewed closely, becoming more defined from a distance.
Now that we're halfway through our list, I want to thank Squarespace for their generous support in making these videos possible. We did a survey for the best website builder for artists and also did a survey and article on what a professional artist's website should look like, and Squarespace came out on top. So we reached out to them and we have provided a complete tutorial on how to set up your industry-approved artist website with Squarespace and also with a 10% discount. So feel free to have a look at Squarespace and also to use our tutorial.
Elizabeth Payton, born in 1965 in Danbury, Connecticut, United States of America, residing and working in New York, is renowned for her portraits, which capture friends, lovers, and figures from a wide range of backgrounds, including artists, activists, athletes, musicians, and political figures. Her subjects, drawn from life, memory, literature, and found images, express themes of love, beauty, and the passage of time. With a distinctive approach to light and emotion, conveys universal feelings through the specificity of each individual, creating a painted world that connects the viewer to the larger human experience. Jenny Saville, born in 1970 in Cambridge, England, residing and working in Oxford, is known for her groundbreaking depictions of the human form, which blends elements of classical figuration with modern abstraction. Her large-scale paintings are distinguished by the thick application of oil paint, where pigment becomes as visceral and dynamic as flesh itself. As Saville layers, smears, and scrapes the paint across her canvases, the boundary between physical bodies and their painted representations begins to blur, creating an intense sensory experience. In her portraits and self-portraits, Saville engages in an art-historical dialogue about virtuosity in the depiction of flesh, the self, and the decorum of the genre, referencing artists such as Peter Paul Rubens or Rembrandt van Rijn. Claire Tabouret, born in 1981 in Pertuis, France, residing and working in Los Angeles, is a contemporary artist best known for her evocative paintings that explore the vulnerability of human relationships and the passage of time. Tabouret's work features layers of paint, loose brushstrokes, and expressive use of fabrics, often merging natural and artificial tones through a palette that evokes both the hues of makeup and the earth. Her paintings frequently depict bodies in confrontation, intimate portraits, up to large assemblies of figures. Through her exploration of human connections and identity, Tabouret's work captures the tension between the individual and the collective, as well as the complexities of emotional expression, as exemplified by her numerous portraits and self-portraits. Luc Tuymans, born in 1958 in Mortsel, Belgium, residing and working in Antwerp, is regarded as one of the most influential painters of his generation. Known for his distinctive approach to figurative painting, Tuymans explores themes of history, memory, and representation. In doing so, he often portrays historical figures or notorious personalities, emphasizing their moral and psychological dimensions, encompassing Japanese cannibal Issei Sagawa, the assassinated Congolese politician Patrice Lumumba, former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, faces of the mentally ill, up to some very intriguing self-portraits. In these portraits, Tuymans reduces his subjects to their social roles, allowing only the gaze to convey deeper layers of meaning. In his portraits, the gaze reflects moral qualities such as willpower, indifference, resignation, and intent. Once the social function is removed from the depiction of the face, what remains is the charged, often ambiguous, blurred, absent, direct or inward gaze, a vessel for the inner energies of the individual. Linet Yadombokye, born in 1977 in London, United Kingdom, where the artist continues to work and reside, is a British artist known for her figurative paintings that depict fictional characters, untethered to any specific time or place. Her subjects are created from a variety of sources: people, objects, thoughts, photographs, and memories, but remain deliberately ambiguous, inviting viewers to project their own interpretations onto the work. The fluidity of her figures, combined with poetic and evocative titles, reflects Yadombokye's interest in the intersection of fiction and reality, where neither the paintings nor their titles are required to describe or explain their meaning. As a result, her portraits of people of color are often politicized due to this decontextual intervention, suggestively questioning imposed narratives.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free to watch our video on 10 landscape painters today you need to know next. Support us on Patreon and please consider subscribing to stay posted for more contemporary art. Bye.